We just finished decoding a message. It says, meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan. I said last episode that we were going to go check out room 507, but I wanted to check out this room first, 508, because we caught Bernard and Linda making out in there, and I want to know if they left anything behind, any goodies. And we could just do some regular old cleaning. Ooh. Oh, Holy Bible. In there. Is this supposed to be their stuff? Hello? I guess I'll clean. We'll make the bed. There we go. And then clean a bunch of tissues. Ah, no! Ah, say no to divorce. That. Okay, looks like we don't need to clean that. We don't need to clean the toilet. We don't need to clean the bathtub. Looks like everything's pretty clean. I thought there was something cool in here. Let's see if we can... You know what? Let's check these. I just don't understand why they let us open things if there's nothing in them. Like... Anyway, let's call.
I should wait till I have more to report before calling Beth.
Okay, so it looks like... Okay, well, I did my job. I guess I was just doing my job. Man, I really thought we were gonna find something in here. I mean, we did. We found that little dress thing. Okay, let's put the cups on the cart. $507. Doesn't it say please do not disturb? I don't think I should be in here. Whoa! Oh, here's the fort that he built. He said that they were gonna build a fort with the blankets. Oh, I don't even know. Whoa. I don't even know. Whoa. Where do I start? Do I open this? Okay. Okay, let's pick that up. Okay, I won't throw out good brandy.
Mr. Cruz, huh?
Oh, so she has his card. Cigarettes. I won't throw away your cigarettes because you haven't done anything terrible, I don't think. Ooh. What is that? Greta. A dog.
Locked. The key has to be around here somewhere.
So we've got to find a key? Is that it? Oh, those are coins.
Those few coins in my tip jar were getting pretty lonely. They'll appreciate the company.
Was that the tip? Or did I just steal someone's money? Inspect. This letter has been sent to you and has been around the world 3 times. The one who breaks a chain will have bad luck. Mr. Smith received the letter in 1953, made 33 copies, and sent them. 3 days later, he won the lottery. Mr. Jones received it in 1956, made 33 copies, and sent them. 3 days later, he discovered an old treasure in his backyard. Mr. Williams received the letter and burned it. His wife and 3 kids died in a fire that very night. Mr. Green forgot the letter in a drawer and lost his job. No case should this chain be broken. Make 33 copies and send them. You will experience great joy within 3 days. What is this, chainmail? Looks like she didn't want that anyway. What's this? That's so weird, like old-timey chainmail. The winds in the leaves that day made a sound that sounded like... Really, Anne? The winds in the leaves that day made the tree whistle a soft melody that came to my ear. I remember every part of this day, for it was the day we met. Jesus, this is bad. I was looking for my cat when I heard the sound of the leaves blowing in the wind, like a melody to my ear. On this summer day where I met you. Poet? Trying to be a poet? Why did I say it like that? Okay, Frosted Pops. I don't know, she might like their cereal. I'm just gonna leave that there. Oh my god, it's so cute! I can inspect everything. Okay, let's do this first.
Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you.
It's in French. Dear Papa, I'm sorry, but Mom Madi told me can't tell you the name of our hotel. Interesting. I'm sorry, but my mom asked me not to tell you the name of our hotel. Yes, my French is rusty. She allowed me to talk about our room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, and even a television. Mom let me build a nice fort, and the maid brought us extra blankets. She's really nice. The hotel is nice, too, but I miss home. I wish Mom and you could be happy, and I wish everything could go back to the way it was before, but Mom says it's impossible. She says she no longer loves you. Do you think she'll ever stop loving me, too? Michael. Oh, my God. That's so sad. Okay. I don't know why they're letting us inspect all of this. Fastest way on the rails through the Midwest.
So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing.
I hope you are well in spite of the circumstances. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride, made even longer by the fact I cannot wait to see you again. We're scheduled to arrive in Montreal on the eve of Valentine's Day. I booked room 509. It's a marital suite. When we arrive, please refrain from talking to me until we can figure out a safe way to see each other. Say hello to Michael for me. M. Mrs. Beaumont. Clarington. So who? Who is this? 509. Isn't that the room with H&M? I'm forgetting their actual names. La Lancette. La Grammar Portu. To Anne Bursey, Michael's withdrawal from school. Dear Mrs. Bursey, we have successfully processed your request to withdraw your son, Michael Bursey, from his school schedule and system under the agreement that you will continue his education from home. Following this letter, you will receive the list of books and school materials you need to purchase in order to follow the curriculum from home. A social worker will be in touch to help you understand our milestones so that your son can benefit from our programs from the comfort of his home. Thank you for thinking of your son's education, Director Donald Biron. Okay, I need to find a key.
Aha! Keys are Snoop's best friend.
Oh, key. I should put the key back, though.
Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
Dear Anne, you were right. I miss the snow already. It's so hot now in Texas. It's quite a shock after the cool weather of Montreal. My family has never seen snow before, and I could not find the words to tell them how beautiful it is. They don't understand what they are missing. I wish I could build my brothers a snowman like the one we built a few weeks ago. I know it's childish, but I had not had that much fun in years. Christmas was exhausting. 9 days of eating, singing, dancing. It's great fun, but I'm glad it's over so I can rest a little. Of course, celebrations will resume for New Year, but it gives me a few days to relax. How are things going with your family? I know you don't get along well, but I hope you're still able to have a good time. I will leave for Montreal on the 8th. I cannot wait to be back. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. I miss our late night studying sessions at Harry's. I even miss Sister Miller's classes, if you can believe it. I will see you soon. Warm wishes. Someone. Sent on December 26, 1945.
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time. So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh.
Oh, dear Anne, I have met with Louis, and he has told me to give you the enclosed letter. I think I should reiterate that some of your accusations, such as wife abuse, are not grounds for divorce in Quebec. I understand you are hurt, but I do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. Do not forget to be in court at 11 a.m. on the 20th. Be on time. Also, a friendly reminder that my fees for January need to be paid before the end of this month. I'm happy to help you out, but I cannot work pro bono on this. Sincerely, Howard. Wife abuse are not grounds for divorce in Quebec? Why? What's this? Adam or Eve. A confession of a shocking and forbidden love. I love these. Should Rose stay in a marriage that no longer makes her happy, or seek refuge in the arms of the woman who truly understands her? She has tasted the forbidden fruit years ago, and now she is all she can think of. But what will her family and society as a whole think of her if she turns to a life of sin? Should she be condemned for even entertaining the thought of leaving her husband, or pitied for having to make such a heartbreaking decision? Bridget Boswell is a prolific author behind novels such as And They Were Roommates and The Lonely Girl. Adam or Eve is her 7th novel. Oh my god, everyone is reading Bridget Boswell's lesbian dramas, and I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it.
I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
Oh, it needs 2 keys? Bathroom? What's this? A battery? Oh, a lipstick, I think.
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
I just met with your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of all of that, as if you were so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you really don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me. Jeez Louise. Inspect? Oh, these are her rings. How pretty. Oh my god, look at the way it glistens. The graphics in this game are so good. I don't think I've said that before, but
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
Okay, we clean the toilet. Okay, will I pick that up? Let's... put that away. Still gotta do my job. Gotta replace the towels. Okay, 1 towel.
I left the clean towels on my cart.
Yeah, okay, I'll be back. I just gotta get 1 more towel. 1 for Michael. Sure. 3 towels. Oh. I didn't realize it only took 2. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming this is Michael's bath toy. Lighter. Oh, sorry, match. I wish it would, like, ding or something, or tell you when you're done. Would it be in a garbage? What's this?
That look in your eyes. What does it mean? And who is this from?
You don't need to know my name, but you've seen me. I've recognized that look in your eyes when you checked in. You and I don't need to make a fuss about this. You keep your wits about you, and I'll do the same. Clarrington. What? That's so weird. Do you think it's someone at the Clarrington? Okay, let's clean this. Is there anything at the bottom of the garbage? Where's the other key? Oh my god, we have to open it. We have to. No key here. Oh. This one.
You almost look like Marcela.
Oh, Marcela. Oh, Hector Cruz and Marcela Cruz. Okay, those are the H&Ms. That's their name. Oh my god, I didn't even think about this. I didn't read it, but it reminded me to come back and reread this because I totally forgot what we read about the postcard. And, like, it's just setting in for me that it could have been Marcela that sent this, that they booked the marital suite, and that they want to see each other. Is this, like, a hidden lesbian relationship? Is that why there's, like, hints of lesbianry all over this game? through the novels that everyone has. And then this one references at the bottom saying, I even missed Sister Miller's classes, which is like, I'm assuming they went to Catholic school. That was my assumption.
That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505?
Why would room 505 have the key? Trying to remember where we could have seen something like that. Oh, in a safe?
Ah, there you are. With Marcela. God knows where she is.
Oh.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this. It sounds like I was on the right track, 'cause he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Wanna guess what it is?
Cowabunga!
Cowabunga?
What? Why would Mr. Cruz and Mr. Morgan use the word cowabunga while arguing?
I was just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, the correct answer, Miss
Dang it.
Roy, is affair.
I was gonna guess that.
Affair. Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest? Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
I think they're having an affair. Maybe they're just good friends. The answers probably lie in that chest. I don't want to make an assumption. Maybe they're just good friends.
I think they may have gone to college together, so maybe they're just good friends?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
A candle?
How?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't let you down.
Okay, a candle and some plaster. First, let's put the key back. I don't want anyone saying anything about this key. Or should we keep it? Should we... Wait. Wrong room. Should I keep the key on me? I might just keep the key on me. So I need to find a candle and some plaster? I didn't see any candles in here.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
Okay. Where do you find plaster? I think the problem is I don't know what plaster is supposed to look like. Like, what the hell does that even mean?
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
So we're gonna break into Rebecca's locker? We got so many things in our inventory right now. Oh my god. Okay. so we're just gonna go right into Rebecca's locker. Andrea, Etienne, Gabriel, Eugene, Bobby, Anthony, Jacques. Yvette, Susan, Wendy, Jasmine, Carol. What'd she say?
Candles.
Rebecca.
I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where? So you do have a stash of candles, but where is it?
I don't think we read in her locker. I don't think we got into her locker last time. Rebecca, the kitchen is out of power again, and I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent. Please, Bobby. Rebecca, the VIP guest in room 602 is getting my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef myself. Bobby.
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Oh. Maybe Bobby. We saw Bobby's locker. There we go.
No candles, but this looks like the laundry room.
Do we go in there? I guess we're going to the laundry room?
Have I checked the break room? I think I left my keys there during my break.
Hello?
Are you here to apologize? Apologize? I'm not the one who should be apologizing. But you're such an idiot. I can't believe that I fell in love with you. Wait. What? I want my mother's ring back.
Are they breaking up?
There. I don't want it anyway.
Okay. Have you heard there's a famous movie director staying in 602? Yes, I was there when he checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty important because Bernard was almost licking his boots. He even let the man bring his dogs into the hotel. Is he shooting a picture in Montreal? I heard he's here on a scout, but I'm not sure what it means. Maybe he's making a picture on Boy Scouts? Do you think he'll shoot in the hotel? I hope he does. Imagine, we can meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope the director has supernatural powers because Dean is very much dead. What? James Dean is dead? I did not know. I did not know that James Dean was dead. Is that bad? To whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperwares back. Susan. Oh, I think that must be ours.
Gotta hold on to these tight. It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
Where's her workstation?
The map in Bobby's locker obviously refers to the laundry room. I just need to find the spot marked with the X.
Okay. Looks like it should... Ah!
Stash uncovered. Reb, you won't mind if I just take one, right? Got a candle. Now, what next?
Now we talk to Beth. If we got plaster and a candle, which plaster apparently comes in a bag. I had no idea.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this.
This could go bad. Also, Beth is tall. I love tall girlies.
Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Oh,
Have you done this before? You're a real pro.
Oh, thank you, Beth.
Now, time to put the key into the wax. Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form.
Hold on. That's not what's
Okay,
next.
I think you can remove it. Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
Okay.
All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Like drawing?
Like drawing?
Oh, God, no. I once drew a dress that everyone mistook for a birthday hat. I never drew again after that. What about you? Haven't I seen you drawing in that journal of yours?
Yeah, I doodle a little.
Hey, you should show me one day. I'd love to see your art.
Okay, but promise not to laugh.
What? I'd never, ever do that. I know I make fun of pretty much everything, but not people's art. That's their soul. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Thanks.
What do you like to draw anyway?
It's kind of silly, but I've started working on this little comic in which I imagine my life as a celebrity.
A celebrity?
Yeah. I've always found the lives of famous people so fascinating, you know? And I kind of envy them sometimes. All the drama, the excitement.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and excitement today.
Well, today's the exception.
I'm sure there's something else in your life that excites you.
Well, I do like sailing.
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
I don't know. I don't really see them getting together, but I'm wondering if because I chose Beth instead of Andrew, if we're not really gonna have any like romantic chance with Andrew, and so I'm like, should we just flirt back?
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
Really?
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence, if he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
We gotta clean this up. Okay, you made a key double with your acolyte. Nice! Okay. Let's see if there's some real tea in there. It was in room 507, right?
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
It makes a heart.
Ooh.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it, and since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will sure take you back. From the first one, take the first two. From the last one, take the last two. Oh no. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you hot soup after class. M.
Huh. Marcela invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
You said yes. The Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at Lowe's Theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime stories and murder so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me? M. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today in secret language. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. M. Damn! So they are having an affair. We should put all of those back. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of a railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might go crazy. You are always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling, and I can hear you saying it with your lovely French accents. Darlene. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you. M. Oh my god!
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
Oh! No! Bring it back! Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe si vite. Time passes quickly? My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. Oh, these past few months I have had time to reflect on our relationships. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you, but we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Sincerely, M. It looks like she's going back on that now.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always, Bean.
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It's quite sturdy.
So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I think I do.
Really? How?
That's a story for another time. But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
The white cat. I'm not sure I get it.
Well, if I'm right about the white cat, then we're looking for...
A black cat.
Yep. Why don't you look around to see if there's any mention of a black cat in Mrs. Beaumont's stuff?
Okay, I will. You're not too bad at riddles, you know?
I never said I was bad at them, just that I hate them. Is there anything else?
Here's another
Her
one.
alliterative name.
Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did. But that could mean a lot of things. I'm not sure where to look.
Yeah, me neither.
Tell her to look for a name and surname that both start with the same letter. Maybe it's someone famous, like a writer or a singer.
Huh. You got that?
Yes. Thank him for me.
Will do. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all.
That's all. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You know I will.
Okay, so I've got to look for someone with a similar...
I need to
Yeah.
find something related to a black cat. And a person whose first and last names start with the same letter.
Oh, Doris Day. Doris. Okay, so Doris Day. No! No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, her alliterative name will take you back. So Doris. And then unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Oh, something... Oh, she said in her letter, I missed your black cat hairs. I think it was in here. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. Is it this? Me thinking it's a dog, but it's actually a cat?
A cat named Greta.
Greta!
G-R.
Okay.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
G-R-I-S. Gree! So the color gray. So where do I go now?
G-R from Greta and I-S from Doris. Gree? Could that be the code for the case on the bed in 509? It's worth a try.
Oh my god. I totally forgot about that. Ooh. Is it? Oh my god. Oh. Oh, you solved Anne's riddle and opened the case in room 509. Typewriter.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcela?
Good for you! Dear Marcela, or should I say Bridget. You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at the train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, and our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing is more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years, I was brokenhearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof that you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I'm happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement, please.
Oh,
Dear
Anne,
Marcela.
Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Dear Marcela, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I am happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. Man, I don't know what that means. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you were able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. A. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented to Sister Miller? Couldn't understand the notes we passed her during class? I still do. Dear Marcela, thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. A. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know that you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Dear Marcela, I left the house, I left Louis, I couldn't take it anymore, I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. A. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region, looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Oh!
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcela? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Oh, there's more letters. Oh, there's the letters behind. Ah. Dear Marcela, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. Mr. Spade! It's Mr. Spade! Is this why he was stalking her? None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became best friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters felt for each other, but I never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. Oh, okay. So Marcela's novels inspired. So we were right about Lindsay. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient, resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you. Paul.
I'm glad
Dear
you were
Marcela.
able to open up to Marcela like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamed of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a very foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn that I've spent the last 10 years of my life. But employers turn me down as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all of this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget that I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already.
An advance on my salary. So Marcela hired you. But what for?
Oh! Dear Marcela, I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere, even during the war. Amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. So that's why he had the bird book with him. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Whoa!
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's inside. Don't open people's mail. Don't open people's mail, guys.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
This is kind of
Well,
none of
too
our
late.
business.
I've always known I would end up in prison one day.
So?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California?
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcela want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcela, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
I think Marcela hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcela.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
And who are you behind closed doors?
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know,
Where are we
but
going?
isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
What are my tasks?
That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Okay, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. So we've covered like a whole love story thing going on, and it wasn't what I expected. I guess I should have gotten the clue with all the lesbian books going on that maybe there was gonna be something gay going on here, but I'm here for it. That sounded so weird. There's something gay going on here, but there is. There's gay. It's gay. Anyway. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this part. I think in the next episode, the game will be done and we will be finished. So I'm very excited to see how this goes, because looking at some of the there are some people who recorded this whole thing in like one shot, and I think like through some of the thumbnails and like the titles, there's something else about to happen at some point. So I'm really excited. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.